Our system is connected to Point Click Care. So when you get an admission or anything changes with anything we need to know in the chart, our system will automatically grab it. So you don't have to update this at all. You basically are going to scan, and from any scanner, we just put a shortcut that would say scan to PCC or whatever, and it would send that document into this app. From this app, we just pick we say this document goes to this resident, this one goes to this resident. And so what you're going to do is, let's just grab any one of these. I'm going to click one of these documents. Let's say this is what I scanned right here. Okay. There's 4 things you need to know when you're uploading a document. It's what's the effective date, which resident, which category, and what do you want to name the document. And so what we do to make that really fast is here is your effective date. By default, it's today's date. You can change it if you want to. Okay. These are my residents. And so last name, comma, first name. The D is for discharge. You'd have A for active. And if you're using the waiting list or CRM or anything pre-admission, you're going to have an N for new. And then obviously the resident ID. So I can scroll down that list, or I can just start typing and I can search anything. Like I'm going to search first name Jack. It's going to find all the Jacks. There they are. This is my categories. So in PCC, in the miscellaneous tab, all your categories that you have set up, we pull those from PCC and they'll be right here. So let's say this is a progress note. You just type progress note. There it is. And then the last thing here is what you want to name the document. By default, we're going to take the category because we're trying to make it even faster for you. So you can either leave it, I can add to it if I want, I can do whatever I want there, right? So typically what people do is let's say they have, I'm going to find you a good one. Okay, so discharge documents. You might have a category called discharge documents, but what people do when they start using our system is they will actually start making more categories that are a little more descriptive. And so they do this. This is a mortician's. That's a grim one to pick, but there we go. That's what I picked. And I don't have to type anything. And then I just hit one of these 2 green buttons, right? The only difference between the two, the top one that says homepage takes me back to my list of documents. The other one just opens up the next document and we just start going through them real fast. So I'm going to do this top one. I click that. That document is on its way to PCC. Now, I want to show it to you in real time because I did that slowly, but you basically come in here. And so you're going through your documents. I go in here, I find my resident, I go in here, I find my category, and I upload on homepage. And that's all I have to do. That document will be in the chart within 60 seconds. So it's faster than even having to bounce around in PCC to find the residents and move into the tabs to the miscellaneous document and then do all that. That's why we built it this way. Couple quick things. So that's great if you're doing one document to one chart. But if, let's say, a fax comes in or, you uploaded something or whatever, and it doesn't all go to the same chart, or maybe it's the same resident, but different categories. Maybe the hospital faxed over pre-admission stuff and it's 10 different categories. You want to break it out. I can use this scissor tool right here and I can take this one document. This document is a 12-pager. I can scroll down. I can see the document. I can pick my resident. I can pick my category and I can say pages 1 of 6 go there. Then I could pick another resident, or I could pick the same resident if I wanted to. Whatever I put in here, it's going to do. So I can break this up into 10 pieces. When I hit this green button here, it's going to take pages 1 through 6, put it in Karina Bailey's chart, 7 through 12, and Nicholas's chart. So I took that one document, and now I pushed 2 things into the chart there. So it's even faster if you're doing those multiple page ones. Make sense?
That is very smart.
When you put your eFax in, and this is why we did that, because when I was in medical records, the hospital would fax over 65 pages, and usually it's the same resident, and you can do that, right? You can go in here and pick the same resident, but just different categories, because it was a pain in the butt to pull that PDF out and break it up, and it's a horrible pain. You don't have to do that at all anymore. You just change your categories, and you can put anything you want in there. Same resident, same category, different resident, whatever you put in there, it's going to do. You can overlap pages. You don't have to put page 1 if you don't want the cover page in there. Whatever you put in that scissor tool, it's going to do. There's a couple other quick things it does in here. If the file's too big, I don't know if you guys have dealt with that yet, but sometimes you go to upload it and it says, hey, the PDF's too large. Our system will automatically rename that. So it doesn't matter how big of a PDF you put in here. If it's too big, when it gets to PCC, we're going to do this. Part 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3, and we'll break it into as many pieces as we need to get it into the chart within your file size recommendation, PCC puts on you guys. So you never even have to worry about that anymore. It does other
Okay.
things too, like if there's a blank page, it'll remove it, stuff like that. But it has to be completely blank. It'll remove stuff like that. Let me show you another one in here. I'm gonna see if I can find a smaller document. Okay, so scan. If I have PDFs, like you said, let's say I had a bunch on my desktop, I can just drag them right here and drop them. They're gonna upload within a minute or two. Within 60 seconds, they're gonna show up right here. We do like a virus scan and all that fun stuff, but then they're gonna show up in my dash. So if you're scanning a bunch of stuff or someone emails you stuff, you can just drag it there and do that. And then eFax, like I said, what's nice about eFax is we don't sell eFax. You go buy an eFax, or if you already have it, we'll use it. But you can have eFaxes come in. So when somebody faxes me, it's going to show up right in our system here. It says eFax. Here's the fax. I can click it. I can see the cover page, right? I can see the fax. I can pick my resident, pick my category, and then that fax just went into the chart. I never had to print it or even do anything, right? The other thing that's kind of cool is I can fax out, and we don't charge for any of this. It's all part of the app. But when I go in here, let's say I need to send this fax out to a doctor's office and then put it in the chart. I have an eFax tab here, and I can put in the number. Now, I'm going to fax it to myself. So I'm going to go like this. I have a cover page saved in here. Dr. Smith, your notes. Here you go. And I can, if I want an email, I'll just email me if there's an error or whatever. And then I can either send the eFax and delete the document, or send the eFax and send to PCC, which I want to do because I want to get it in the chart. I hit that. That fax is getting queued up, going out, and then I pick my resident, pick my category, upload it homepage. And so I never had to do I never had to leave. I never had to do too much. I just sent a fax out, and there's document going to the chart as well at the same time. So it's kind of cool because you could do it all from in here and you never need to leave this system.